Hey guys and girls, welcome back to the second episode of Contact Sheet. Yeah. So here we are in Lightroom. We shot this with Ilford HP5 at 400, and yeah, it's nice. Like the film. The first photo here, my intention was just try to get this silhouette here of him to frame the boat, but I was a bit late. As you can see, the boat's already kind of landed on his face. I wish the boat would have backed up a little bit more, and I guess I would crop it a little bit more as well here, so be a bit better. So it's like a frame within the frame kind of thing. The second photo, I would just crop it again because this bit is not very nice. Crop it down here, bring it back down. About here, it would be quite nice, but then the same problem is the boat. I mistimed it, and there. This one would be better if I have shot it with a bit more depth, i.e. I would have shot it at f8 or even 11 with enough light, so I could have exposed with this and then, underexpose him a little bit more. Timing was pretty good. I like the gap here, but one thing I have problem with is this bit here, which is, so we cropped it in a little bit more, so it's better. So give him a little bit, maybe a bit too much. About here. So we give him enough room, and then get rid of that thing there with the wire. This photo is just crap. Failed. I used Pat here. He's a buddy of mine who was shooting this episode to frame on the left hand side, and I used the passenger here to frame on my right hand side so that I could, lead the eye line to him, the framing in the foreground. This was a bit distracting, I guess, so I would crop it in a little bit more to here, and boom, there you go. Get him a little bit more. Maybe a bit up here, possibly. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better. The next one was a fail. I tried to capture him, but he moved his hand in front of his face. I fail. Next one, same. I think I tried to expose for that, but as you can see, I misexposed that. This one, I also wanted to expose for that. I guess I could crop it in a little bit more, maybe. Let's try that. Now we're just directing our focus onto him a little bit more. There's people. The boat could have been onto the left just a little bit, smidgen. Average photo. I misfocused it. We hopped off that very same boat rather quickly, and it left rather quickly as well. So I missed focus on the boat and mistimed it, and yeah. We hopped off at Wat Arun, the Temple of Dawn. A cool place to check out. So I wanted to use these trees as a foreground to frame this jetty, the Wat Arun jetty. I guess I would maybe try this. So I guess that's a bit better, but these leaves are in the way. This one is, yeah, it's maybe here. bit too much trees, so try to reduce that, so we crop it in a little bit more. I don't think this would work. Yeah, I don't like it. Just try it out, didn't work. The next one is a bit better. I cropped in a little bit more to hide that light, and then I would crop it in even a bit more to get this something like this. That I don't know. Maybe cropped it too much, maybe. Here. Yeah, no. Tried it, didn't work out. So I took 2 photos of this shot. The same kind of angle. The van was in there, so I tried to crop the van out first, didn't work out, so I just kind of tilt the camera down a little bit. Not good. This one, we walked down this alley and I found this to be pretty cool. But the photo isn't that good. It just, there's no focus on anything whatsoever. We were on our way back to Bangkok because Wat Arun is on the other side, right? It's on the Thonburi side. And chatted with this fella here a little bit because I wasn't sure if we were at the right pier or not. And I did a little quick fire. I wanted something a little bit more square on, I guess, and I cropped him out, so that's not good. And the boat came and we ended up rushing onto the boat. So, and we weren't sure if that was the last boat or not. I guess we could have asked him, and we could possibly stay a little bit longer to ensure that I can take a better photo of him. This one, I guess I'm not, that would be better, but again, it's like, when you take a photo, you want to ask yourself, what am I focusing on? What do I want people to look at? And this one doesn't have that. It doesn't have the focus. That's quite distracting. Without that, I guess can't just crop it out, but I'll show you what I mean. So without that, that's a bit better, I guess. But it just doesn't give the same effect of that space. Then the next one is, so not a good photo. Like the reflection of the light onto the river, but this is the pier we were getting onto the boat to go back to Bangkok. I thought I really like how busy it was in terms of this composition, you know, and so everyone's walking, but this fella just stood there. So I kind of felt like that was quite an opposite force to the flow of the human movement into this photo. I overexposed this, so I would bring it down a little bit, about here, I guess, nearly a stop, and the color shift a little bit. And then maybe just bring the black down a little bit. I really enjoy contrasty photos. Yeah, it's not too bad. So before we got on the boat, this guy popped out and he looks really cool. So I want to take a quick photo of him. As you can see, I failed with at that point it's quite dark and the shutter speed was quite low, and I think it was at 1.4. So don't shoot 1.4, it's a bit stupid if you can't nail it. I tried and I couldn't get it. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too bad, but it's not ideal either. We hopped on that boat and then this happened. He came back on and we found that he's the driver of the boat and the ferry boat. The boat ferry. The ferry. Because yeah. Out of focus. And he hopped onto the helm and guess what, maybe I would crop it a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe just here. Let's try that. And I overexposed that a little bit. And then I would bring the black down, the shadow down. It's not too bad, is it? I mean, considering like it was quite dark and shadow was a bit, yeah, never gonna get a crisp detail. I saw this man, he was on his way home, and yeah, I might crop it in a little bit more. Just there. And it's alright, his knee kind of got cropped off, but the next photo I really like is this one. I feel like this is a more powerful kind of photo than the previous one. He was really tired when I talked to him, and I kind of felt like that the slow shutter speed that couldn't capture his face properly when he was moving, kind of that blurriness of the face. I think it's just kind of, for me, it in a way represent that, you know, the haziness, isn't it? When you're a bit tired, you feel a bit hazy, and to me that kind of represent that. And I kind of feel like I screwed this one up by not cropping it properly, not framing it properly. This one's okay. It's again frame within the frame, so the focus is right there. I enjoy using a lot of negative space to focus on smaller things in the photo. The next one is we found this alleyway at the back, and I felt like highly compelled to take a photo of him driving his motorbike down. Again, it was quite dark at 400 and slower shutter speed, hence I couldn't capture the crispness of his movement. And I waited a little bit longer to see who else would have walked down there, or something might happen. This lady kind of popped out from behind the box. I kind of wanted her to be more of in the middle of the alley. That didn't happen. She just there, and then she went back in. Yeah, and then this one, after she went, I saw this bicycle fella rode past, and then again he was kind of quick, so I couldn't capture that. Then we walked down a little bit more, and I'm a big fan of deep dark alleyways, and I guess I would have crushed it down to even about there, and then bring the highlight out a little bit more. There. For me that looks pretty good, but if you're gonna ask me, does it say anything? I don't know, I guess it's the mysteriousness of the environment. I just walked to another one, and again I would bring this down a little bit more, bump up the highlight just a tad, and people were just hanging out in this alleyway. I like how all these different materials reflect that one neon light, and this ground was a bit wet, so the neon back there kind of shined on this, and it's a pretty good depth on the ground. it's the same. I would bring it down a little bit. Up the highlight. A lot more happening, I guess, but see if we can maybe crop in a little bit more to see better. Be something like this. Right, I think this is the same alleyway. Crush it down, bring up the highlight a little bit. Shift a little bit. Then when we walked out, this is by far my most favorite photo in the whole roll. We walked out and we found this lady who sells ice to these hotels and bars and restaurants around the area. I tried to expose for this, but by doing so, as you can see, I pretty much clipped that pretty hard. Very contrasty. It was pitch black, and that was, you know, it just normally lit. I would possibly again bring this down about there. Maybe about here. Crush the black a little bit and shift it into blue. I'll be happy with that. I mean, I might put that there. Right, that gradient thing. And then fix exposure. Like a smidgen. Maybe about there. You can see the color kind of shifted a little bit. So something along that line would be quite nice. So it doesn't, because when something is quite bright, it does attract the attention of your eyes, right? So you would look into this, and then this wouldn't be the focus of the photo as much as it could. I guess in a way, like, we could just Photoshop this out, couldn't we? You know, like kind of just crop it in a little bit more. So she occupies a whole third. But then, I don't know. For me, it just we just need a little bit more room. Like, otherwise, she'll suffocate. Something like that. But that, you can see this. So you can always Photoshop it out. But you know, when I shoot film, I try my best not to crop. I try to be quite disciplined about. I mean, it's a bit of a debate, isn't it? But you know. So the same photo here. I guess this photo was a bit better than this one. But then we'll do the same kind of exposure, just bring it down. Even that. I like that. That's cool. For me, I would just crop it in a little bit more because I don't like this bit here. It's pretty cool, right? But that sign was in the way, and I guess I could bring it down to here. But then again, can you see what I mean? Like, when you crop it in too much, you kind of feel like the subject doesn't have a room to breathe, like that Linkin Park song. So I would bring this down, and yeah, I felt like I wish that I would have seen, like, you know, got to this a bit earlier in the roll, but oh well. And then took another photo of her here. Crop it a little bit more. Guess about here would be good. And something that I really enjoy doing is talking to people when I'm out and about and shooting. I kind of feel like when you hang around with your subject a little bit more, you kind of get to know them a little bit better, and you know, it's just trust, isn't it? Like, you know, and they become a little bit more relaxed. But that length of time depends on, you know, how long it is. This one I screwed up, and that's it. Pretty much it. Little adventure down Chao Praya River. Cool. Back to the studio. Hey, thank you so much for dropping by and watch our second episode. The third one will be featuring a friend of mine, and he's going to be playing around with double exposure photography thing. If you enjoy that episode, the first episode is up here, up there, down there, don't know, somewhere. And yeah, subscribe and like that thing. Bye.